As summer break quickly comes to an end, John James Audubon State Park has invited families to experience everything owl.
And it's through this upcoming nature program that you can learn all about raptors. Joining us this morning to discuss this weekend's Exploring Raptors live bird show, Lisa Hoffman, supervisor of the park's programming, and someone I absolutely adore, Olivia.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about, let's start with how you got involved into this program and a little bit about Olivia.
Well, I actually have experience working with raptors from a previous position, but once I came on board at Audubon State Park, it's the only state park in Kentucky that has a raptor program, so I was able to continue working with them.
I did not know that.
Now, is Olivia, I have to correct
Olivia,
that.
yes.
Is Olivia at all distracted by, of course, these are night creatures, distracted by the studio lights? How does she
She is probably
react?
looking around at the lights, kind of fixated on the brightness of them, yes, but she's used to doing a lot of programs with us, so
Sure.
she's used to being out and seeing folks. So.
Now, I know viewers probably can't see, but she has one eye. Tell us a little bit about her story and what exactly kind of owl she is as well.
Yeah, she is actually an eastern screech owl, which is pretty common in the area. She was, a number of years ago, kind of in the middle of a squabble of some male screech owls, and a talon caught her eye. And so she was...
She's looking right at the camera there.
She knows her camera
She had to undergo some surgery to remove that eye. And at that point, it was kind of deemed that she would not be great at surviving on her own in the wild. So she was given a home with Audubon Park, and she's been helping us kind of as an ambassador teach about birds in general, but especially about raptors, because they're a very unique type of bird.
And I love this event that you guys are doing, Exploring Raptors live bird show this Saturday. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's at 1 o'clock at Audubon State Park. It'll be held in the Lakeview shelter, and we'll be bringing out our birds from our program, so you'll get to see at least 2 owls, hopefully one of our other birds, hawk, still in training. I'm not sure if that will work or not, but it's $3 a person, cash only, because we're out in the park in the shelter. Kids 4 and under are free, but it's just a great family event where you can get to see the birds up close and learn all about them.
But you specify that owls are raptors.
Yes,
Explain that difference. It also includes, those in the family of eagles and falcons and hawks.
It's funny, I usually ask people what's a raptor, and I always get velociraptor because everybody knows the dinosaurs.
Sure, a dinosaur.
But raptors are your birds of prey. So hawks, eagles, harriers, kites, osprey, vultures, and our owls, of course. And they are equipped with special adaptations that allow them to be hunters. And that's kind of what we're going to focus on and how that makes them unique from other birds.
And I always love this because you're teaching, it's not just for kids, it's for adults as well. So what do you feel like folks always gain, or what is it that you want people to kind of go home with after attending these live bird shows?
It's always our hope that people are more aware of nature around them, because we kind of go through life sometimes and we're just not paying attention to things around us. The importance of having our predators around to control all the populations of mice and rats and things that we don't want in our space, bringing us diseases. So, I mean, there's just a lot of important things that we need to understand about nature and conservation in general, how to make good land use choices, because we don't want to lose our green space where our creatures live.
Now, what would Olivia dine on most days?
Usually a mouse. She is small enough that sometimes they will take other types of food, like maybe a large moth or something. I've heard that she's able to capture a bat. They're quick and agile enough to do that. Maybe even get fish out of the lake shore. And
how many live animals, or at least in the form of animals you can kind of wrangle there at the park, how many live within the confines of Audubon James State Park?
I really don't know the number. And we've got all kinds of mammals, all kinds of songbirds, all kinds of raptors, reptiles and amphibians too. So it's hard to say, but you'd be surprised at the diversity.
And of course, that property was born out of someone's love for these feathered friends, too.
Yes, absolutely. John James Audubon was very famous for knowing so much about birds and translating that into his artwork, which our museum houses. So if you've not been to the park, you might want to check out our museum, too.
There's so much to offer. And what is the lifespan for an owl like Owl Olivia?
I believe in the wild, it's usually 12 to 15 years.
Wow. She looked at you when I asked that question. She's
Yeah,
looking
don't
at me.
tell her my age.
No, I shouldn't have talked about her age on air. And I mean, what is the reaction? I'm sure, you know, I was so excited about, you know, bringing Owl Olivia in. I'm sure the kids love it as well. What's always the reaction with the kiddos?
Usually everybody just like, oh, she's so cute, because she is a little owl, and a lot of folks think she's a baby, but she's really not. She's been at the park for 10 years already, so she's an older owl.
Well, Lisa, thank you so much again. I do want to pull that full screen up one more time. So this is taking place, the Exploring Raptors Live Bird Show, this weekend, Saturday, July 27th at 1 o'clock at the park, the Lakeview Shelter. Again, cash only, but $3 per person, and kids 4 and under are free. And Lisa and Owl Olivia will both be there. Thank you both so much for coming in today. We really appreciate it. We're always learning something new in the morning.
Absolutely.
So I love it. All right, well, Griffin, we're going to send things over to you. Maybe